Hello friends, I am Dr. B.R. Dangar, MBM Science and Home Science College, Rajkot. Today I am going to discuss about TY B.Sc. Chemistry syllabus for academic 2020 to 21 of Saurashtra University, Rajkot, which effective from June 2018. Syllabus discussion. B.Sc. Sem-5 Chemistry, paper number C503, syllabus, paper's name, Physical Chemistry and Analytical Chemistry. First of all, we discuss about analytical chemistry. What is analytical chemistry? Analytical chemistry is branch of chemistry that deals with analysis of substance present in sample qualitatively and quantitatively. In order to accomplish this analysis, we must know the physical and chemical properties of these substances. In other words, analytical chemistry deals with the separation, identification and determination of substances. Dear student, after studying this analytical chemistry, you will be able to understand in importance of analytical chemistry and its application, difference between the instrumental and classical analysis, and also between qualitative and quantitative analysis. You may also know deals with lab tools, equipment and chemicals, know the steps of chemical analysis, understand the lab safety and how to act in case of problem. Analytical chemistry is concerned with chemical characterization of matter and answer two important questions. What is it? Qualitative, and how much is it? Quantitative. Analytical chemistry can be broken down into two general areas of analysis: qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis, and each one of these two types can be either classical or instrumental. First of all, what is qualitative analysis? Qualitative analysis is an analysis in which we determine the identity of the constituent species in a sample. This analysis detects the type of all sum of the substances present in the sample, elements, ions or compounds. Quantitative analysis, an analysis in which we determine how much of constituent species is present in sample. During the preparation of syllabus, the existing syllabus, the syllabi of B.Sc. Sem-5 and Sem-6 standards, UGC model curriculum and the syllabi of Saurashtra University have been referred. Care has been taken to ensure that the syllabus is compatible with syllabi of other universities at the same level. Sufficient emphasis is given in the syllabus for training in laboratory skills and instrumental. The units of the syllabus are well defined. The number of contact hours required for each unit is given, which exclude requirement. The requirement provided at the beginning of units guidance the students to what he or she should know before exploring the topic. Unit 3, Chapter 2, Colorimetry. The students are able to understand in introduction, Groth's Draper law, Lambert's law, Beer's law, Lambert's-Beer's law, and deviation application and deviation of Lambert's law, spectrophotometric titration with graph and proper explanation, deficit of absorption by product and titrant, deficit of absorption by product and reagent and titrant, deficit of absorption by product only. Unit 4, Chapter 1, Conductometry. The students will able to find out electric transport, specific conductance in metals and electrolyte solution, equivalent conductance, importance of conductivity electrodes and platinization of electrodes, etc., variation of specific conductance with dilution, as well as area of cross section of dip type electrode and distance between two plates of electrodes. The student will be able to Color's law and its importance, cell constant and importance. In conductometry titration, student will be able to learn strong acid versus strong base, strong acid versus weak base, weak acid versus strong base, mixture of strong acid and weak base, weak acid versus strong base. Another precipitation titration, AgNO3 versus NaCl, BaCl2 versus potassium sulfate, barium hydroxide versus MgSO4, replacement titration, salts of weak acid and strong acid, salt of weak acid versus strong base, degree of hydrolysis and hydrolysis constant, determination of probability and solubility product of sparingly soluble salt for the measurement of conductivity. Importance of conductivity, water and temperature for the measurement of. In Chapter 2, Introduction of Complexometry titration, students are able to understand the method of preparation of standard EDTA solution, Welcher law, explanation of PM versus EDTA, graph with stability constant value, types of titration, direct titration, back titration, substitution titration, alkalinity titration, mixture of the help of masking and demasking agent, principle of metal ion indicator, use of EBT chalcoperoxide with structure and characteristics. Unit 5, Chapter 1, Volumetric Analysis. Outcomes of this chapter, student will be learn about volumetric analysis with example of calculation based on pH, normality, molarity, KSP, etc. Oswald law regarding indicator, necessary deviation and formula of indicator used in neutralization redox, precipitation titration, primary and secondary explanation of neutralization titration with graph, strong acid versus strong base titration, weak acid, strong base titration, strong acid versus weak base titration, polyprotic versus strong base titration. Another topic in this chapter, redox titration, principle of external and internal indicator in redox titration, for example diphenylamine, starch, etc. Redox titration with graph and calculation, iodometry and iodimetry titration, preparation of standard sodium thiosulfate solution. Another topic of this chapter, precipitation titration, argentometry titration, first Mohr's method, Fazan method, Wollar's method which use proper indicator, graph and its practical application. Example of calculation based on pH, normality, molarity, KSP. On completion of this course,